Have you been feeling different lately? Like something deep inside you has shifted? Maybe you've noticed colors seem brighter, or you're having strange dreams that feel more real than reality. Or perhaps you've started to see repeated numbers everywhere. 111, 222, 333, following you like whispers from the universe. These aren't just random occurrences or your imagination playing tricks. These are signs that you're awakening to the fifth dimension, a higher state of consciousness that more and more people are experiencing right now. Think about it. Have you suddenly lost interest in things that used to matter so much? Do you feel like you don't quite fit in with the old crowd anymore? Or find yourself craving deeper, more meaningful connections? Some of you might even be experiencing physical changes, feeling lighter, more energetic, or noticing that time seems to flow differently than before. If you're nodding along, knowing exactly what I'm talking about, then you're not alone. You're part of a massive shift happening on our planet right now, and understanding what's really going on could change everything about how you see your life. You might be thinking this all sounds a bit far-fetched, but stay with me. What if I told you that these experiences aren't just random coincidences, but actually proof that you're one of the chosen ones, meant to help humanity move into a new era? These signs you're experiencing are like cosmic breadcrumbs, leading you toward your true purpose. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what it means to live in 5D consciousness, why you're experiencing these changes, and most importantly, why you've been chosen for this incredible journey. Right now, Earth is going through a massive transformation. We're witnessing old systems crumbling, truth coming to light, and more people than ever before questioning everything they thought they knew about reality. This isn't just about global events or social changes. It's about a fundamental shift in human consciousness. And if you're feeling these changes intensely, it's because you're at the forefront of this transformation. Understanding these signs isn't just about personal curiosity. It's crucial for your journey ahead. When you don't recognize what's happening to you, it's easy to feel lost, confused, or even scared. You might think something's wrong with you, or that you're going crazy. But once you understand that these experiences are actually signs of your awakening, everything starts to make sense. It's like finally finding the missing piece of a puzzle you've been trying to solve your whole life. The truth is, being chosen to live in 5D consciousness comes with both gifts and responsibilities. If you don't understand what's happening, you might resist these changes, making your transition more difficult than it needs to be. But when you embrace this awakening, you'll not only transform your own life, but also help others navigate this massive shift in consciousness that's happening right now. Let's break down what living in 5D really means, in simple terms we can all understand. Think of consciousness like a building with multiple floors. The third dimension, 3D, is like the ground floor. It's where most people have been living, focused on physical survival, material success, and following society's rules without questioning them. It's about seeing things in black and white, right and wrong, and believing only what our physical senses tell us. Now, 5D consciousness is like moving up to the penthouse suite. Suddenly you can see everything from a higher perspective. Colors are more vibrant, emotions are deeper, and you start to understand that we're all connected in ways you never imagined before. In 5D, you begin to experience time differently. Instead of feeling rushed and stressed, you start to flow with life's natural rhythm. You realize that your thoughts and feelings create your reality, and that love isn't just an emotion. It's the very fabric of the universe. This shift isn't about leaving the physical world behind. It's about bringing heaven to earth, integrating higher awareness into your everyday life. You'll still go to work, have relationships, and deal with daily responsibilities. But the way you experience these things changes completely. Instead of feeling like life is happening to you, you start to recognize that you're actively creating your reality. The old rules that governed your life start to fade away, replaced by a deeper understanding that you are a powerful spiritual being having a human experience. Many people think 5D living means everything becomes perfect and easy, but that's not quite true. What actually happens is that you start to see the perfect purpose behind everything, even the challenges. You begin to understand that every experience, whether good or bad, is helping you grow and expand. Your intuition becomes stronger, and you start to trust the flow of life more than your logical mind's need to control everything. Think of this transition like updating your phone's operating system. The phone is still the same device, but suddenly it can do things it couldn't do before. Your consciousness is upgrading, allowing you to access new abilities and understandings that were always there but hidden from view. You might start to notice synchronicities everywhere, meaningful coincidences that feel like winks from the universe. Your dreams become more vivid, and you might even start receiving guidance in ways you never expected. The most beautiful part about this shift is that it's not happening to just a select few. It's a natural evolution that humanity is going through together. However, some people like you are experiencing it earlier than others because you have an important role to play. You're like the first flowers that bloom in spring, signaling to others that a new season is beginning. Your awakening isn't just for you. It's part of a bigger plan to help all of humanity move into this new way of being. What makes this time so special is that we're not just individual people having individual awakening experiences. We're part of a massive collective shift that's been prophesied by ancient cultures around the world. The Mayans called it the end of a great cycle. The Hopis spoke of a time of great purification, and modern spiritual teachers have been preparing us for this exact moment in history. As you continue to awaken to 5D consciousness, you'll notice that your relationships begin to shift. Some people might fall away from your life, while new, more aligned connections naturally form. This isn't something to fear. It's a natural part of the process. You're vibrating at a different frequency now, and like a radio tuning to a new station, you'll naturally attract experiences and people that match your new energy. Remember, this journey isn't about becoming something new. It's about remembering who you've always been. The 5D consciousness isn't something you need to achieve or earn. It's your natural state of being. All those feelings of not belonging, of being different, of sensing there must be more to life, they were all breadcrumbs leading you back to this truth. You're not going crazy. You're waking up. And in the sections that follow, we're going to explore the specific signs that prove you're already well on your way to living in this new dimension of consciousness. The veil between dimensions is getting thinner every day, and more people are starting to sense this truth. That's why understanding these signs is so crucial right now. When you recognize what's happening, you can consciously participate in your transformation instead of being tossed around by energies you don't understand. You're not just randomly experiencing these changes. You're part of a carefully orchestrated divine plan, and every symptom, every sign, every synchronicity is guiding you toward your highest potential. The first undeniable sign that you're living in 5D consciousness is a profound shift in how you experience time. Remember when days used to drag on? Or when weekends flew by too fast? Now you might notice time feels fluid, like water flowing through your fingers. One moment you look at the clock and it's 9 a.m., then suddenly it's 3 p.m. But those hours felt rich and full, not rushed or wasted. This isn't your mind playing tricks. It's you stepping out of linear time and into what mystics call sacred time, where moments are measured by meaning rather than minutes. This new relationship with time comes with interesting side effects. You might find yourself naturally waking up at specific times, like 3:33 or 4:44, without an alarm. Or you'll think of someone and they call you seconds later. These aren't coincidences. They're signs that you're syncing up with the universe's natural rhythm. When you're living in 5D, time becomes more like a dance partner than a demanding boss, flowing with your energy rather than against it. The second sign is a dramatic shift in your relationships and how you connect with others. You'll start to notice that small talk feels increasingly empty, almost painful. Instead, you crave deep, meaningful conversations about life, the universe, and everything that truly matters. You might find yourself naturally drifting away from old friends who only want to gossip or complain, while new people who share your frequency seem to magically appear in your life. This shift in relationships goes beyond just human connections. You might suddenly feel deeply moved by a sunset, or find yourself talking to plants and animals, knowing somehow that they understand you. The barrier between you and the natural world starts to dissolve. You realize that consciousness exists in everything: the trees, the clouds, even the rocks beneath your feet. This isn't imagination. It's you tuning into the interconnected web of life that's always been there, but that most people are too busy to notice. The third sign is perhaps the most remarkable. Your physical senses begin to expand beyond what you thought possible. Colors appear more vivid and alive, almost as if they're breathing. You might start seeing sparkles of light in the air, or notice halos around people and objects. Your hearing becomes more acute, not just to physical sounds, but to the unspoken energy in a room. You might even start tasting and smelling things more intensely, as if your whole body has become an antenna for receiving information from the world around you. This heightening of senses isn't just about external experiences. You'll start to feel energy in your hands, like a subtle tingling or warmth. When you're around certain people or places, you might feel pressure in your forehead or crown. That's your third eye and crown chakras activating, opening you up to even higher dimensions of perception. Some people report seeing geometric patterns when they close their eyes, or feeling waves of energy moving through their body during meditation. These physical changes can sometimes be uncomfortable. You might experience temporary headaches, dizziness, or ringing in your ears. Your sleep patterns might change dramatically, either needing much more sleep than usual, or feeling energized on just a few hours. Your appetite might shift too, naturally gravitating toward lighter, more natural foods. These aren't signs of anything wrong. They're symptoms of your body upgrading its operating system to handle higher frequencies of energy. As these signs unfold, you'll notice they're not isolated experiences but part of a larger transformation. Your entire way of being in the world starts to shift. The drama and chaos that used to catch your attention now feels distant and unimportant. Instead, you find yourself drawn to moments of stillness, to nature, to creative expression. You might suddenly feel compelled to write, paint, sing, or dance, not for any practical reason, but simply because your soul needs to express itself. What's fascinating about these first 3 signs is how they work together to create a completely new way of experiencing reality. Time becomes fluid, relationships deepen, and your senses expand. All of this serves to show you that the world is much more magical and interconnected than you previously believed. These aren't just random changes. They're systematic upgrades helping you perceive and interact with higher dimensions of reality. Most importantly, these signs are just the beginning. They lay the foundation for even more profound changes to come. They're like the first cracks in a shell, signs that something new is ready to emerge. As you continue to embrace these changes, trusting your process even when it feels strange or uncomfortable, you'll find yourself naturally expanding into even higher levels of awareness and understanding. Moving into the 4th sign, you'll notice a complete transformation in how you handle emotions. Instead of being tossed around by emotional storms, you start to experience your feelings more like weather patterns passing through a vast sky. You might still feel intense emotions, but they no longer overwhelm you. You become an observer of your emotional landscape, able to feel deeply while maintaining a sense of peace at your core. This new emotional awareness brings an interesting side effect. You become highly sensitive to the emotions of others, even when they're trying to hide them. You might walk into a room and instantly know who's sad, who's anxious, or who's hiding behind a fake smile. This isn't about reading facial expressions or body language. It's a direct sensing of energy. Some people might call you too sensitive, but what's really happening is that you're developing a more refined way of perceiving the world. The 5th sign manifests as a radical shift in your priorities and what you consider important. Things that used to drive you, like getting a bigger house, a better car, or more impressive job title, suddenly feel empty and meaningless. Instead, you find yourself drawn to simple pleasures, watching clouds move across the sky, feeling the wind on your skin, or sharing genuine moments of connection with others. This isn't about becoming lazy or unambitious. It's about aligning with what truly matters to your soul. Your relationship with material possessions changes dramatically too. You might feel a strong urge to declutter your life, letting go of things you've held on to for years. This isn't just about physical objects. You'll also want to clear out old beliefs, outdated habits, and stagnant relationships. You realize that true abundance isn't about what you own, but about how freely energy can flow through your life. The 6th sign appears as a profound shift in how you understand truth and reality. You start to see beyond the surface level of things, recognizing that everything in the physical world is actually energy in different forms. The solid walls around you, the chair you're sitting on, even your own body, you begin to perceive them all as concentrated light, vibrating at different frequencies. This new perception brings with it a natural ability to spot lies and deception, both in yourself and others. You can't be fooled by fancy words or manipulative tactics anymore because you're tuning into the energy behind the words. This might make watching the news or engaging with social media more challenging, as you clearly see the distortions and hidden agendas that most people miss. This heightened discernment extends to your own thoughts and beliefs too. You start to notice how many of your ideas about yourself and the world were inherited from family, society, or past experiences rather than coming from your own truth. One by one, these borrowed beliefs fall away, replaced by direct knowing from your own experience. As these signs unfold, you might find yourself experiencing moments of profound clarity where everything makes perfect sense. These episodes of heightened awareness might last for minutes or hours, showing you glimpses of how reality works at a deeper level. While these insights might fade when you return to normal consciousness, they leave an indelible mark on your understanding. You'll also notice that your dreams become more vivid and meaningful. They're no longer just random replays of daily events, but feel more like visits to other dimensions or messages from your higher self. You might start remembering more of your dreams, or experience lucid dreams where you're fully conscious while dreaming. These nighttime adventures become an important part of your spiritual education. This cluster of signs, emotional mastery, shifting priorities, and expanded perception of reality, works together to completely transform how you navigate life. You're no longer operating from the limited perspective of your ego, but beginning to live from the expanded awareness of your higher self. This isn't always comfortable, as it means letting go of many things you once thought were essential to your identity. But the freedom and peace that come with this release make it all worthwhile. The seventh sign manifests as a profound shift in your experience of self. You begin to realize that the person you thought you were, your name, your history, your roles in life, is more like a character in a play than your true identity. This isn't a loss of identity, but an expansion into something much bigger. You start to experience yourself as pure consciousness, aware of your thoughts and feelings but not limited by them. This shift brings interesting changes to your daily life. You might catch yourself observing your own actions as if watching a movie, while simultaneously being fully present in the experience. Simple activities like washing dishes or taking a walk become opportunities for deep meditation. You no longer need special conditions or practices to feel connected to your spiritual nature. That connection becomes your constant state of being. The eighth sign appears as a radical transformation in how you experience love. The conditional love you knew before, based on what others could do for you or how they made you feel, gets replaced by something much more expansive. You start to feel love as a state of being rather than an emotion that comes and goes. This love isn't dependent on external circumstances. It flows naturally from your heart, touching everything and everyone around you. This new experience of love changes how you relate to everyone and everything. You find yourself feeling genuine compassion for people who hurt you in the past. You can see beyond their actions to the pain that drove them, understanding that hurt people hurt people. This doesn't mean you allow others to mistreat you. Instead, you set boundaries with love, understanding that sometimes the most loving thing you can do is walk away. The ninth sign shows up as a complete transformation of your relationship with power. Instead of seeking power over others or circumstances, you discover a different kind of power. The power that comes from being fully aligned with your true nature. You stop trying to force things to happen and instead learn to move with the flow of life, discovering that this alignment brings more genuine power than any amount of pushing or controlling ever could. This new relationship with power brings interesting changes to how you handle challenges. Rather than seeing problems as obstacles to overcome, you start to recognize them as opportunities for growth and transformation. When difficulties arise, your first response is to look for the lesson or gift hidden within the situation. This doesn't mean you become passive. Rather, you learn to take inspired action that flows naturally from your inner guidance. You'll notice that your presence alone starts to have a powerful effect on others and your environment. Without saying a word, you might help calm a tense situation or inspire others to be their better selves. This influence doesn't come from anything you're doing. It's simply the natural radiation of your higher frequency affecting everything around you. This new way of being brings profound changes to how you manifest your desires. Instead of constantly striving and struggling to make things happen, you learn to create through alignment and allowing. You discover that when you're truly in harmony with your highest self, the right opportunities and resources naturally flow into your life at the perfect time. The interaction between these three signs, expanded self-awareness, unconditional love, and authentic power, creates a completely new way of being in the world. You're no longer operating from the limited perspective of the ego, trying to get what you want through force or manipulation. Instead, you become a clear channel for universal energy to flow through you, naturally creating positive change in your life and the lives of others. This transformation isn't always smooth or easy. You might go through periods of feeling very isolated as you adjust to these new ways of being. Old friends might not understand the changes you're going through, and family members might worry about you. But even in these challenging moments, there's a deep knowing that you're on the right path, that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The 10th sign of living in 5D consciousness emerges as a complete transformation in your understanding of time and space. Past, present, and future start to feel like they're all happening at once. You might experience vivid memories that feel like they're happening right now, or get glimpses of future possibilities that feel just as real as the present moment. This isn't confusion. It's your consciousness expanding beyond linear time into what mystics call the eternal now. These experiences often come with powerful episodes of déjà vu or prophetic dreams that later come true. You might find yourself knowing things about future events without knowing how you know them. It's as if you're tuning into a field of infinite possibilities, accessing information that exists outside of regular time. This ability isn't about predicting the future in a fixed way, but rather about understanding the flowing nature of time and how our choices shape reality. The 11th sign, perhaps the most profound of all, manifests as a deep, unshakable knowing of your purpose here on earth. This isn't the same as knowing what career to pursue or what goals to achieve. It's a soul-level understanding of why you chose to be here at this pivotal time in human history. You realize that every challenge you've faced, every lesson you've learned, was preparing you for your role in this great shift in consciousness. This purpose rarely looks like what the ego might have imagined. Instead of being about personal achievement or recognition, it's often about embodying a certain quality or energy that helps raise the collective consciousness. You might find that your mere presence helps others awaken, or that your natural way of being inspires people to question their old beliefs and limitations. Being chosen doesn't mean you're better than others. It means you volunteered at a soul level to be part of the first wave of awakening consciousness on Earth. Think of yourself as a cosmic pioneer, stepping into unknown territory to help create new pathways for others to follow. Your challenges and struggles weren't punishments. They were training grounds preparing you for this role. You might wonder why you specifically were chosen for this journey. The truth is, you chose it. Long before you were born, your soul understood the importance of this time in Earth's history and volunteered to be part of this great awakening. The very fact that you're drawn to this information, that these words resonate deeply within you, is confirmation of your role. Your awakening isn't just for your own growth. It's a service to all of humanity. Every time you choose love over fear, understanding over judgment, or peace over conflict, you're helping to anchor higher frequencies into the Earth's energy field. You're like a living bridge between dimensions, helping to make these higher states of consciousness more accessible to others. Now that you recognize these signs in yourself, your next step is to fully embrace this awakening process. This doesn't mean you need to dramatically change your external life or announce your awakening to the world. Instead, focus on grounding these new energies and insights into your daily experience. Start by creating quiet time each day to connect with your inner wisdom. This could be through meditation, walking in nature, or simply sitting in silence. These moments of stillness help you integrate the higher frequencies you're now able to access. Pay attention to your dreams and the signs that show up in your daily life. They're like personal messages from the universe guiding your next steps. Trust your intuition more than ever before. You might feel guided to make changes in your life, perhaps changing your diet, moving to a new location, or letting go of certain relationships. These aren't random urges. They're your higher self, helping you align with your new frequency. Take action on these promptings, even if they don't make logical sense at first. As we wrap up this journey through the signs of 5D consciousness, remember that awakening is not a destination, but a continuous unfolding. Every day brings new opportunities to expand your awareness and deepen your connection to your true nature. The signs we've explored are just the beginning. Your journey will continue to reveal new depths and dimensions of experience. Don't feel pressured to force or rush this process. Each person's awakening journey is unique, unfolding at exactly the right pace for them. The fact that you're recognizing these signs in your life is already confirmation that you're exactly where you need to be. Remember, you're not alone on this path. Millions of others around the world are going through similar experiences, even if they describe them differently. Your awakening is part of a greater planetary shift that's been prophesied for thousands of years. By consciously participating in this transformation, you're helping to create a new Earth, one where love, wisdom, and higher consciousness become the new normal. Keep following your inner guidance, trust the process, and know that every step you take toward living in 5D consciousness helps light the way for others. The world needs your awakened presence now more than ever. Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's support each other on this remarkable journey of transformation. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to stay connected with more insights about spiritual awakening and consciousness evolution. Until next time, stay in your light and remember, you are exactly where you're meant to be.